Hey, it's Sharon here from Content Sparks, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use Camtasia to zoom in on different parts of a screencast tutorial, a screen show. This is particularly useful if there's small parts of the screen you want to zoom in and show people. So here I've done a screen recording on how to convert a slide to an image, and there are some little aspects I need to zoom in on. I did the screen recording in Snagit. So when I'm done, the first thing I need to do is actually get it into Camtasia. So I go into the share at the top here, and then usually I save things as a file type, but in this case I can send it immediately over Camtasia to Camtasia. So I'm going to click on Send to Camtasia, and that's going to open up Camtasia with that file all ready to edit. So I'm going to do that now and then hop over to Camtasia. So now here I am over in Camtasia, and you can see that it's when I sent it from Snagit over here, it immediately opened it onto the timeline down at the bottom. And in order to zoom in on things, I'm going to move ahead holding this little pointer and find the first place, looking up at the preview, and find the first place where I have an arrow where I'm trying to show something. So I'm just going to scroll through here. I'll play it for a second. Point slide and make it into an image. So I'm obviously talking for a bit, and you'll see where my mouse starts to come up, and my mouse is a little tiny. Obviously I talked for a little bit, and there I can just see that I'm starting to put my mouse up on file. So I'm going to want to zoom in there. To zoom, you go over to Animations, and you will, here, let's close out the properties here on the right so that I can see more. All you need to do is take one corner and drag it up so that you can see more, and then play it for a bit until you need to zoom out again. So I'll play. Go into File on the upper left here. Click on that, go down. I know I'm going to need to show a little bit more down below, so I'm going to drag this down. I don't even need to adjust it because I want to keep it zoomed in. Drag it down to where I know I'm going to click on Export. I'm going to play that again. Down to Export. And then under Export, you want to click on Change File Type. Okay, so now I've changed file type. I know I'm going to have to go over and show the file. So again, I just go over here to my preview thing, the controls for the animations, and I'm going to drag that over and down a little so that I know it'll show. Click on play again to get to the next part. And on the right, you'll have a whole choice, but what you want to do for images is either PNG. So again, I know I need to do that. I'm going to move my playhead again forward until I see where I need to bring it back out again. So moving forward. I'm showing that I have to then click on Save As. So maybe I want to bring that down a little bit to show that. Keep going forward. Oh, there, I know I'm going to need to make it bigger. So I'm going to go back a second. And I'm going to expand it here. I clicked on the Save As. So now I'm going to expand it out again so I can see the whole screen, or people that are watching it can. I'm going to play it again. On Save As. Pick your file name. I'm going to use the same name here as the file. Now this bit I don't feel is needed to zoom in because it's a pretty standard thing, so I'm just going to keep going and find the next part where I need to zoom if there is any. And you're going to keep doing that until you get to the very end of your video. Oh, here's another bit actually where I might want to zoom in. So I'm going to go back a second. And I'm going to go to this bit because there's a question I know people are going to ask. And I'm going to zoom in again. So see, I'm again over here, I've expanded it. All you do is keep doing that as you go through the video, and it automatically on the timeline adds these little zoom functions. And if you want to also make these a little slower, you can click on one. Here, it's easier to see if you zoom in a little bit. So I'm going to zoom in on the timeline. And I can click on this and just make it a little longer, make it a little slower. So here's what it'll look like when you're actually playing it. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to preview it by playing to be able to print this. Then you click on Save As. And there I know I might want to adjust it so that I leave the Save As a little longer. So just go through, do whatever zooms you want. When you get to the very end, just save your file like you would with any file in Camtasia. Here, I'll show you that as well. I'm going to drag this down. You would just go into Share, and then I always save it as a local file so that I can then upload it anywhere I want. And that's all there is to it. I will finish this up and you'll be able to see the final result.